Breaking news to share with you. Firefighters are battling a house fire in Kansas City. Take a look. Yes, this house, you can see the flames shooting from the top of it right now. They are working to get this fire out. This is a live look at that scene near 7th and Indiana.
We could actually see around a dozen shell casings.
We're going to show you some of what's left behind.
Really has been a long time coming.
You can see it's a small stage here tonight.
Many people finding the details of the case shocking.
The news is what Kara's family has feared for all of this time.
It is happening as we speak right now. We are anticipating the arrival of Mr. Kidd here across the street from the Western Missouri Correctional Center.
Well, Dia, it is a very large and very vocal crowd, as you mentioned. Many of the people are holding up these signs that say, "Free the children," and this is referring to the Trump administration's policy of separating children and their parents at the border.
Well, it is quite a feat pulling an entire fire truck down the road. But as photojournalist Darrius Smith shows us, local crews made it look easy, all while saving the day for Special Olympic athletes.
On your marks, get set, go!
Oh yeah, we got it. We're doing an event called the Heroes Pull, where we have teams pull a fire truck and a tactical bear for time, and all the money raised today goes back to the athletes of Special Olympics.
This is awesome. It's a lot of fun. A lot of family fun.
The funds that we raise allow athletes and their families to travel worldwide to be able to go to events and, again, live their dreams to their fullest.
It's very uplifting and very positive and good for the community.
Awesome. The event raised about $10,000 for Special Olympics.
Put down the guns, pick up a mic. Care about the person to your left and your right.
Words Raymond Lucas reiterated on stage.
Yeah. When your heart jump from the gun flex, just know that everything you do from this moment on is bigger than some text.
After hearing of the event, Lucas did not hesitate to sign up.
Put down the guns, pick up the mic is more than just a contest. It's a lifestyle that should have the broader rise. It's a voice that needs to be heard. It's something that's dire to Kansas City.
Lucas is a spoken word artist.
You gotta stay dressed in the linen of success, suited and booted from head to toe, willing to give your best, never letting naysayers and haters intercept with what you trying to manifest.
Performing in the talent search,
my mama calls, she put a kiss beneath my left eye.
But focused on more than winning.
As long as I can say something in my time limit that can spark an idea in anybody's mind that it counter the negative, and keep them in a positive light. My name is Raymond, but I go by Ray. And that means a narrow beam of light. What I choose to be in any room I walk in.
You can see it's a small stage here tonight, but organizers hope that it's a big platform for them to get Kansas City back on the right track.
I want to give hope. We want to invest in you. We want you to know your community is willing to invest in you. We want you to know that we love you and we care for you, and this is our way of giving back in any way we can.
So far this year, there have been more than 140 homicides in Kansas City.
The numbers are bad, true enough, and it's sad, but no but to that. It's sad.
I can sit and complain about it all day if I want to, but that's not going to help the solution or give any solutions. So I'm like, how can I come back? How can I give back? How can I let them know I'm here and create opportunities?
Put Down the Guns KC is a way to lift people up and challenge them to be better.
I can't say what the problem is, but I know I got plenty of solutions.
So tell me why you want to be stuck inside. My name's Alex.
At the school on the hill sits a team on a mission.
We're here for the city.
Alums on an all-time high.
It makes me extremely proud to be a Lincoln High graduate.
And thousands of fans on their feet. For the city.
It's for the city. We winning for the city.
Everything we're seeing that's positive is all in benefit of the city of Kansas City, Missouri.
Really has been a long time coming. How long, you asked? So long, most people in the stands right here, the students, the alums, the parents, they weren't even born yet.
Go Big Blue!
When did you graduate from Lincoln?
1968.
The last time Lincoln Prep won a district championship in football was the year after Marcel Denman graduated.
What was it like then?
Well, the field didn't look like this, and the stadiums are over there, so it's a much different view.
And the view is superb from these stands, especially when your team is in the midst of a history-making campaign, 11-0.
And because we got a new field.
Yeah, and because we got a new field. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute, I gotta say. So
it's cute, girl. It's cute.
So we gotta do it for everybody else.
Right now! The Blue Tigers, typically known for their academic prowess, they've pounced on the gridiron and into the hearts of every underdog, something alums and students say is truly for the city. For everyone in the stands, sure, yeah, winning this game is important, but it goes well beyond the white lines.
We in 18th and Vaughn, we in the Black Historical District. Yeah, we got to win for the city. We got to put it on for the city.
For the city means that we're doing this for all the people that we lost to homicide, all the people that lost to drugs, everybody that counted every black person now in the city. We're doing this for the city.
The indictment now has Governor Eric Greitens facing an invasion of privacy felony charge.
It's very sad and very disappointing.
The indictment claiming that in March of 2015 in St. Louis, Greitens took nude photos of a woman without her knowledge or consent. The encounter happening in a place where a person would, quote, have a reasonable expectation of privacy, with Greitens allegedly transmitting the photo in a manner that, quote, allowed access to the image via a computer. News of the indictment had many people talking along the streets of Jefferson City on Thursday night.
It's sad because, like I said, he appears to be this great family guy and whatever, and I hate to see anybody be in that serious trouble.
Bartender Cindy McDaniel saying the case adds to her distrust of the government.
It's stupid. We need to clean up politics 100%. We need to have, truth.
After the indictment came down, things remained very quiet here at the state capitol building, with the Senate adjourned until Monday. No leaders seen in the hallways and many of the offices closed. With the future of the state's highest office uncertain, many now wonder what could happen to their governor.
I don't know what that answer is. I think that there's a lot of things, a lot of directions that it could go.
With this felony invasion of privacy charge, Greitens now faces up to 4 years behind bars. In Jefferson City, I'm Tom Dempsey, 41 Action News.
And Dia was there with Kara's family shortly after they learned the news. Dia, such heartbreaking news.
Rhiannon, the news is what Kara's family has feared for all of this time, but you could see it in their eyes, the relief. They're at peace, and they're sharing some powerful words after a decade of questions.
We got her back. He doesn't have that to hold over our heads anymore. We got her back.
Kara Kopetsky walked the halls at Belton High School for the last time the morning of May 4th, 2007.
She was robbed of her life, and she deserves justice.
Just 17 years old, Kara never made it home. Her mom reported her missing that afternoon. No way to know that would be the start of a decade-long search.
It's been a long 10 years, and we don't like to use the word closure. We prefer the word resolution.
In April, a mushroom hunter found 2 sets of human remains in this wooded area in Cass County. One identified as Jessica Runyon's.
We always felt that when they found one, they would find both.
Today, the second set of remains identified as Kara Kopetsky.
The heaviness has been lifted, the lightness. There's a lightness in the air, and it's a glorious day. Kara's officially back home.
Now we can have a funeral and put her to rest. The way it should have always been.
The Beckfords have a message of gratitude to law enforcement and the local community.
We didn't do this by ourselves. It took an army.
They're also on a mission that even after all they've been through is just beginning.
This isn't over yet. We're just moving into a new phase. And, I'm still determined to get justice for my daughter.
Kara's family is also sharing a message for others out there who may be searching for missing loved ones. They say keep their names and their stories in the public eye and never, ever give up hope. Live in Belton, Dia Wall, 41 Action News.
Tonight, a man is killed in another shooting in Kansas City. We've also learned a little girl was hit by the gunfire as well.
Initially, police believed it was just fireworks that went off, and then they found shell casings in this parking lot.
They want one thing, for Clay County to stop wasteful spending. You can see it here in this yard sign.
Breaking news right now at 10. Shots fired at the end of a high-speed chase in KCK. And 41 Action News reporter Lexi Suter just arrived on that scene near 7th and Reynolds. Lexi.
Rhiannon just got here in the last 15 minutes. I want to give you a look. This is a scene that is spanning blocks. I've seen KC Mo police cars and also KCK police handling this. But I want to give you a look. Right as we walked up, we saw police arresting an individual. He joins 3 others that were also arrested. Now, this comes after a carjacking and a chase that started in Missouri on the other side of the state line. The chase reached speeds of 100 miles per hour. The suspect then got off the highway here in KCK and stopped near 7th Street and Reynolds, where you are seeing right at this moment. KCK police say they then exchanged gunfire with one suspect. As I said, 3 people were arrested, a 4th when we got here on the scene. No officers were hit. They are still on this scene and investigating exactly what led up to it. We will stay here and we'll bring you any new developments as soon as we get them. Mike and Rhiannon.
Just around half an hour ago, we could actually hear the cries and the screams coming from friends and family members after they learned about the victim in tonight's incident. All police are telling us right now is that it was a young black man who died in this homicide. This all happened around 7:45 this evening, again on the 1500 block of Cleveland Avenue. Police saying they found a body inside a home here in the area. Still unknown what exactly led to this shooting happening, but right now the focus very much on finding a suspect. No description of that suspect right now.
But in order for us to be successful in our job and successful in apprehending suspects for someone taking a life, we need the help of the community. We can't do this alone. We need as much information and as much help from the possible. We're only our best when our community is working with us. And so we're hoping and praying that someone in the community that has some information, that knows the suspects, that will talk. I mean, you can always remain anonymous. You can call the TIPS hotline. I mean, we have officers you can pull aside here on the scene. But we cannot solve these homicides all alone. We need the help of the community to do so.
And again, anyone out there with possible information on this case, 816-474-TIPS, the number for the TIPS hotline. Very important to note, too, that, again, this case ruled a homicide, the 14th this year here in KCK. At this hour, no description yet of a suspect and no name or information released on the victim.
You can see that he is in one of these vehicles that is being caravanned right across the street. Again, this is a monumental day for Mr. Kidd, who has spent more than half his life behind bars. He is 44 years old, and he has spent 23 of those years behind bars. Here he is. You can see him. Mr. Kidd, how are you doing, sir?
Great, thank you.
What's it like being a free man on Channel 41?
Free. It's like being, it's great. It's a wonderful feeling today. We dreamed for this day. I've dreamed for this day over the past 23 years, and it's finally here, and it's still seeking in, along with the rain.
When you got the ruling yesterday afternoon, what was that like hearing it from your lawyers?
Very emotional, tearful. I thought I would have words, but I guess the power of the ruling and that it actually came down, I was actually speechless. I said thank you, and I think I'm in a better position today to talk.
You've always maintained your innocence, and now you're actually a free man. What's these last few minutes been like for you after 23 years?
Elated, refreshing, nervous. I'm actually walking in a free society that I should have never been taken out of in the first place, so I'm very excited today.
What's next for you?
Everything. It's so much next to me. I want to spend time with my family. I want to deal with the issues of wrongful conviction, some of the underlying issues that cause wrongful convictions in the first place. That's going to be important to me. I think I found my voice throughout this 23-year process, and I'm going to use it.
You know, Kevin, Krista, it's really hard to even put it into words. We're going to show you some of what's left behind at one of the homes on this block. The living room used to be in this front corner of the house. There are a few pieces of furniture still there. You can see the built-ins right behind me, no doubt holding knickknacks for this family. The kitchen. A few chairs are still there. The table is tilted almost on its side. And up in the tree, metal, siding, possibly some gutters wrapped around those trees from when the storm came through. This is the side of the house. You can see they've been at work all day getting rid of some of this large debris, trying to clean up 11 years of memories, all gone when that EF4 tornado blew through.
It's tough to see through the destruction.
I could see that big black cloud, and it was all the way down the ground.
Like they say, a big roar or a train just right over the top of us, just deafening.
An EF4 tornado tearing a path right through this neighborhood.
There was a door right here, and we took 2 steps down, and we were right in the garage.
And the home Janice Arneson has lived in for 20 years.
To see it in ruins now, it hurts a lot.
She walked us through anyway.
I guess I show you what we first saw. Oh my God, that wall's our garage, and the room up above it was completely gone.
The daycare across the street lost an entire gym. Brick walls reduced to rubble. The basketball goal tucked into what's left of the roof.
Thank goodness it was the time it was. If it would have been an hour earlier, there'd been kids over there.
When I heard stuff flying off, the roof flying off and the walls and crap going out, I knew we was in trouble.
When Mark Wise came out, this is what he found.
And I looked up and I saw nothing.
A few kitchen chairs and a table too tilted to eat on. In spite of the work piling up here in Jayhawk country, there's still a spirit of gratitude.
It just could have been a lot worse.
When there's bad weather around, you need to pay attention, that's for sure. Might mean the difference between life and death.
And a reason to celebrate.
Today was my 70th birthday.
Through the darkest storms.
It's just overwhelming that good people out there, good people.
You can see how powerful that wind was. It ripped some of the siding off of the house. This is a support wall from this house. You can come down, you can see the nails still from these poles, these beams being just ripped from the house, from the foundation, from the sidewalls. So really just a scary situation for all of the people here. Everyone we talked to today was hunkered down, sheltered in place inside their homes. But the one thing that I have to say, they all want to reach out and say thank you to their family, their friends, and the strangers, people who just showed up to drop off food, any donations they had to give them that support. It really means a lot to this community here. Live in Lawrence, Dia Wall, 41 Action News.
Well, like she said, good people. Thank you, Dia, for bringing us this report.
People in Clay County are talking.
I would say most people are glad that it's finally happening.
Citizens for a Better Clay County is celebrating these signatures, more than 9,000 in all, enough to force State Auditor Nicole Galloway to investigate.
We worked it.
Former and current county employees included.
As an office holder, I feel like I have an obligation to serve the public.
They're questioning large expenditures.
The law firms are an example. I mean, you know, the fact that we're paying over $350 an hour to respond to sunshine requests when the clerk, Megan Thompson, used to do that for free.
The concerns aren't just financial.
They're very limited as to who gets to speak at the meetings. They've taken away public comments. I just feel like there's no transparency up there.
The county administrator immediately provided us the most recent audit. We found this list of expenditures on the county website.
Your county is being operated very efficiently, and there are no irregularities.
Citizens for a Better Clay County says the audit can't hurt.
We will certainly cooperate 100%.
I want to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
They hope everyone in Clay County is paying attention.
It won't be a bunch of mad taxpayers saying something. It will be an objective report by the state auditor with real information as to what is good and what is bad. They should care because this is their money. This is their tax dollars.
Citizens for a Better Clay County will hand deliver those signatures to Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway in Kansas City Friday morning. Live in Clay County, Dia Wall, 41 Action News.